Hi everyone, this is Karen and welcome to another Throwback Thursday. This time I'm blending a bit of the old and a bit of the new. The old being the Abstract Impressions stamp, photopolymer stamp set, which goes with, and I can't remember the name of it, I think it's Garden Impressions DSP stack. I will write the name down below. But yeah, we're using this one, but for something different, I'm throwing in the Lovely Flowers Edgelits dies, which have just been released in the Spring-Summer catalogue. So I'm just going to use one of the small Edgelit dies. So I'm going to go and run that through the Big Shot twice. I'm going to run it through at the top here and then at the bottom. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, and I'm back. I've just finished running it through for the second time. And as you can see, it's cut perfectly. Absolutely stunning die set, this one. Now, I'm just going to bring in my scissors. I don't know what I've done with my paper snips. And I'm just going to trim the two edges like so. And then I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer and line up the edge that goes, I don't know whether you can see that on camera. See how both sides have actually trimmed that piece off? Okay, I'm lining that up in the track here to cut it down, and I've over trimmed it, but never mind, we'll sort that out in a minute. And the same on the other side. There we go. So I know that one's perfect there. I've just got to trim off a little bit on this one. Won't be a moment. I don't know where my paper snips have gone, so I will very carefully trim with this because I don't want to nick into the actual die itself. There we go. Now that part is done, as you can see. Now I do have a second piece of cardstock that has to be done again, and there's my paper snips. If they were any closer, they would have jumped up and bitten me. Okay, so I'm just going to pop all of the cardstock out here. Just get that little bit out. There we go. Get rid of those. Now I've got to come in with my washi tape again. I'm using a really cheap washi tape that I've had in my stash for a while, so I'm not wasting the good stuff. And if my head gets in the way, I do apologise. I'm trying to get this as straight as possible on the cardstock. So as you can see, I've placed it. I'll be back in a moment once I've finished trimming this one out the way. And I'm back again, and as you can see, I've done the same thing on both of them. I've actually trimmed out the edges, so they're all ready to fit together really nicely like that and give a bit of dimension. I haven't shown you the card yet, sorry about that. This is the card we're making today. It's a friendship card or a card you want to give to a loved one. There's so much to love about you. If flowers were hugs, I'd send you 1,000. And I really like the way this has turned out. I think it's gorgeous. It's got just a little bit of bling on it. Okay. Let's start putting this card together. As usual, all the dimensions can be found on my blog. So if you don't have time to write any of this down, that's fine. Just go straight to my blog and all the dimensions will be listed there. You can find the link down below. If you want to buy any of the products, they are currently all available in my online store. Okay, I'm still waiting for my delivery of snail, so I'm using contraband at the moment. Okay, so we're going to pop our Night of Navy layer onto the card base. And then we're going to come in with the DSP layer. You could have either side. I want the smaller pattern because I don't want the card to look too busy. And I think if I had that pattern on that pattern, it'd be really confusing to the eye. So I'm using one of the smaller patterns. Okay, now this has only got a 1/8 inch border, a 1/16 of an inch border all the way around. So there we go, that's the bottom layer done. Now I'm going to come in and stick my small DSP layer to my lovely lipstick layer, and once again a 1/16 of an inch border the whole way around, so you only get just a touch of the lovely lipstick popping out from behind, just enough to separate it. Now with this one, the lovely lipstick layer is a bit bigger than in this one. I wanted more of the background to come through, and so I made that smaller, but I'm also going to reposition this top layer so that it overhangs off the edge of the lovely lipstick layer. So we'll see more of these beautiful lovely lipstick flowers in the background. Okay, so we're going to flip that over, and I need to go and get some dimensionals. I thought I had some on the desk here with me, but I don't, so I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so we're now in with our dimensionals, and I'm going to pop those on the 4 corners and one in the middle, and then peel those off. And as usual, I'm only going to peel the outside ones off because the inside ones, they're just for support so that the layer doesn't collapse. Now I'm having it so that the lovely lipstick flowers are up in the corner there, so there's a very narrow margin at the top there. Now I've got to stamp our sentiment on our Whisper White layer, so I'm going to come in with some Night of Navy, and I already have my sentiment mounted. So just make sure I'm getting it fully covered. Didn't think it looked very covered there. It's very warm here at the moment, so I have a feeling my Night of Navy is actually dying on me, and I don't currently have any re-inker, so I'm going to swap the Night of Navy for Blueberry Bushel, which will match in probably a bit better. Yeah, that one looks a lot better inked up. So I'll just ink that there. That's a lot better. So just let that dry a little bit and put some snail on the back. And then we're going to mount this onto our Night of Navy layer, leaving a border all the way around. Whoops, it's a bit off kilter there. There we go. So as you can see, we've got a really nice shadow effect from the Night of Navy behind. I'll just close that over for a moment, and I'm going to pop. I've just got to measure where I want this to go, which will be there, and come in with my dimensionals, and I just want a really skinny piece to go at the end here, so just there. Oops. So right up against the lovely lipstick layer, and I'm going to pop that there, and then I need 2 along here as support off the edge, and then I'm just going to cover the back with some snail. Take the backing off these 2 pieces and pop this lightly until I know I've got it positioned where I want it, and then press it down. So there we go. So yeah, I like that. It's not off the card like that one was, but I really like the way that's sitting. If you wanted to, you could put that up on double dimensionals so that it gives it a bit more height, but I think it's got plenty of height in that. Now I'm going to come in with a little bit more contraband. Contraband being not Stampin' Up rhinestones, and I'm going to pop these on the centre of both of the roses, and then I've got cat hair on that one. Murphy's been in my craft room again. Okay, so one there, one there, whoops, and another one just there. So that's the bling on the front. I'm going to open it up, and in the inside I'm going to stamp the inside sentiment. If flowers were hugs, I'd send you 1,000, and I'm just going to pop that up the top there, and then come in with my mint macaron, and I thought I had the stems mounted, but I can't see them. Well, instead of the mint macaron, I will come in with the blueberry bushel again, and I'm going to stamp off with those and then stamp on, and then come in with the other piece, which is the heavier look, and I'm going to stamp those like so. And now I'm going to go and find the pieces that I'm missing. I did have them mounted. They were sitting over on the other table. Okay, so I'm going to come in. Whoop, that didn't stamp properly. It's really, really warm here, and so everything's drying off. And I'm just going to pop those just on the edge there, just to give a bit of internal decoration. And that is our card finished. I'll just move all of this stuff out the way. Save that for later. Okay, so there's the card we started off with today. And there's the way that I changed it up just a little bit. I actually prefer the way I've changed it up. I don't know about you. Let me know in the description bar below. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Please, if you're going to give me a thumbs down, let me know what the critique is down in the suggestion box or down in the comments section so that I know where I can improve. Okay, that's enough from me for today. Keep an eye out for any special videos. If you're not already subscribed, please consider clicking on the link on the subscription bar below and ring the bell as well, because there will be every now and then special videos coming out from me. Okay, that's enough from me for today. I will speak to you later. Bye bye.